Hi, my name is Bobby Lusby, and this is Eric Decker. And we're standing here in our home garden on Webster Avenue in downtown Muskegon. We've lived here for about 8 years, and when we first bought the home, there was no garden here. It was a completely blank canvas. So every year, every spring and summer, we try to add a little bit more to the garden. We didn't really have a blueprint or plan. We just started with the pond behind us and then built off of that. Again, no plans. We just really picked things that we liked, the colors and the look of the plants. And then we just made sure that they would do well in the lighting that we had here in our backyard, which is pretty much full sun a majority of the time. It's a little bit challenging to build a private garden in downtown Muskegon, but we have planted some taller grasses and trees around the yard to create a little bit of privacy. We do like to spend a lot of time outside in our garden. During the summer, we're rarely in the house, and we're really happy to be part of the garden tour this year and hopefully again next year. We thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Kathy DeCamp. This is the home of Gary and Kathy DeCamp. We're having a little tour of the garden today, and I guess what I'd like to say about our garden is it is very maintenance free. I find that to be one of the most unique things about it. And we also have a little greyhound run that actually goes around the fountain, and we're quite proud of that also. And it's quite private back here. At night we like to sit out back here, and we have some just really nice, quiet, dim lighting in the back, and so with that and the sound of our fountain with the water flowing, it's just very relaxing back here. And you don't even know that you're downtown. It's just like a little oasis of its own.
My name is Terry McAllister. I live downtown Muskegon in a house that was built in 1878. I feel very fortunate to have spent the last 40 years here, and over that time you obviously develop a love for gardens, and my back garden really becomes my outdoor summer living room. It's very close and tight and intimate and secluded, and we like to say that it's one of those mystery gardens behind great big houses. So I feel very happy to have been able to share this space with the folks who came to the garden tour today, and we will look forward to another garden tour in 2015.
Hello, I'm Marcia Hovey-Wright. Welcome to my garden. This has been a work of love. It's evolved over 14 years we've been here, just sort of gradually improving and adding color and different kinds of greens and whatnot. And I just got to say that living downtown in the middle of all this beautiful these beautiful gardens, and we have some wonderful neighbors, and there's all kinds of stuff going on all the time, and you have to pick between them because you can't do it all. And you can walk everywhere. There's just so many wonderful things about living in downtown Muskegon, and our gardens is, of course, a big part of that. So one of the things that a lot of the people who came today said is how peaceful it is, and it really is. It's just sort of this little secure, private place where we can just sit and enjoy and read or have guests, and yet feel very connected to our neighbors. We get together a lot, and celebrate birthdays and all those things that make a community whole.
Hi, my name's Brandon Morrison, and this is my wife Liz and I's garden here in downtown Muskegon. We've been downtown for about 2 years now. It's been a dream ever since we've lived in Muskegon. We've been here for about 12 years, and this is our second home. To live downtown in a historic home, and that dream became a reality about 2 years ago, and this truly is our dream home, and have absolutely loved being part of the downtown neighborhood and what's going on in downtown Muskegon as far as redevelopment and community. Our big project in this last year, being new to this house, has been our backyard and creating a garden. So as part of the garden tour this year, we're really the new garden on the tour. It's not a developed garden. It's a new lawn, some new plants, many of which have been in my wife's or mine family for a very long time. We've added a privacy fence to create a private area behind our house. It's great for entertaining. And you kind of end up with the best of both worlds in that you still have a private area to entertain friends and family and gatherings, but you're still so close to everything downtown. You're in walking distance. We walk, we bike to a lot of the activities that we enjoy, and it's really just been wonderful. Our garden tour this year and our car show that coincided with it was to raise money for the historic district to turn our street lights back on, our historic street lights, and just some beautification projects down here. It's been a great success, and we just really look forward to that continuing in years to come and to see what this can develop into. So I hope you enjoy a view of our garden.
This is Nelson and Peggy Frick's home. We live at 503 West Clay Avenue. We've been living in this historical area for 17 years, and we were just part of the historical first annual garden tour today. And it was very enjoyable, and a lot of people stopped by, and we're hoping that it continues next year. One of the unique things about our home is we were poking around in our front yard and felt some rocks underneath the grass, and we peeled back thick layers of grass and found large rock garden in our front yard. So we took it all off, and we've been adding to it and planting flowers ever since.
Hello, my name is Paul Veldkamp. I live in downtown Muskegon, Michigan. I live at the west end of the downtown properties. I live where you enter the residential area. I live at the western entrance of downtown, and I'm proud to be here. I've been here for 16 years with my wife, and we restored that house. It was in bad shape, and we decided to remove everything from the inside, add insulation, new plumbing, new wires, so forth, to live up to the inspections. But then we started on the yard about 12 years ago, and that meant building a deck out behind the house. And then I decided that I wanted to build a plaza at the end of a long boardwalk, and the plaza would put us, with our chairs, with a really good separation from the house. And of course, we threw in some trees, which were tiny then. Over to my right, we have a white pine that was 4 foot tall, and now it's 30. And I have a pear tree that blossoms in white blossoms to the left of the camera every spring. And I think we've planted about 30 trees, and we might have removed 30 because this used to be a junk hole, and it used to be forgotten entirely by the people who really could have been proud of Muskegon. In fact, right straight ahead here toward West Muskegon Avenue, there's an old house foundation that's buried, and a tree was growing up in the middle of it. I cut the tree down and counted the rings, 26 rings. That tree lived there for 26 years before I cut it down in the middle of that foundation. One thing we wanted to do here was vegetative diversity. I'm talking about colors, textures, types of trees, shrubs, and flowers. We have several maples, several blue spruces, 2 smoke bushes over there, which are really blooming nice this year, a purple maple, and last week we added 2 plum trees in the front of the house. They are called thundercloud plum trees, and that fit my attitude pretty well. And behind me, there is a waterfall, several water catch basins onto a pond, which we'll see in a few moments. But diversity was it. However, there's a nice factor behind all this diversity. We have new things coming up every spring in new places, and we know the birds are doing this. They eat a seed, and then they travel, and it pops up somewhere else. This is true of numerous lilies and the purple coneflowers, which are just blooming. It's true of daisies. It's probably true of that big maple behind me. And aside from that, we planted almost everything. I'd have to give the birds 50% of the credit, and I like their choices. It's a surprise every spring, and I like surprises.
Celebrate the grand opening of the new Muskegon Farmers Market, now located at 242 West Western Avenue in beautiful downtown Muskegon. With over 100 vendors, the market offers fresh fruits and vegetables, flowers, pet supplies, honey, maple syrup, fresh caught fish, and much, much more. Their brand new building includes a year-round indoor market as well as an incubator and community service kitchen. This year, the Muskegon Farmers Market will introduce 2 new programs. The Power of Produce, teaching children ages 5 to 12 how to shop at the farmers market and prepare nutritious meals, along with Arts on the Market, featuring fine arts and crafts. You can enjoy live music performed on their outdoor stage as well. For more information, visit MuskegonFarmersMarket.com.
McDonald's Candies. 1064 South Getty Street in Muskegon features an assortment of chocolate-covered nuts and creams, peanut clusters, fudge, seafoam, turtles, cherry cordials, and regular and holiday novelties.
The best way to stay healthy? Exercise your voice. At the new Mercy Health, we believe that carefully listening to you and encouraging you to take an active role in your own health care is an important part of keeping you healthy. So you'll find our extensive network of physicians not only use the latest technology, they focus on what you have to say. Your voice, our expertise. Mercy Health.
The Village at Park Terrace Senior Living Community, offering beautiful yet affordable 1- and 2-bedroom apartment homes as well as 2-bedroom cottages. Rent includes a wide variety of exceptional services, from daily meals shared in the dining room or delivered to your door, to scheduled activities and social events, to 24-hour emergency on-call service. Their expert, caring staff is there to assist you with all of your retirement needs. The Village at Park Terrace Senior Living Community, where you can enjoy the luxuries and comfort of your own home without the work and worry.
Muskegon's Hackley Public Library is an excellent source for help, information, and great entertainment on virtually any topic. The friendly, knowledgeable staff is always available to help you with finding information on any topic you need. They can help you with using the free public access computers, and they look forward to showing you books, audio CDs, DVDs, and much more. Whether you live in the city or outside, the Hackley Public Library in downtown Muskegon is there to help with everything imaginable.
I believe you should have a choice in who your next circuit court judge should be. My opponent was appointed by Governor Snyder only months ago when a sitting circuit court judge retired. I'm here to give you that choice. My name is Brenda Sprader, and I'm asking for your vote on November 4th in the general election. I have the right courtroom experience, having worked as a public defender, representing Muskegon County's youth in their juvenile proceedings and helping mothers, fathers, and children through their abuse-neglect cases. I also have a law firm in Muskegon County where I practice family and criminal law. I have the right courtroom experience. I have the life experience, the integrity and the drive that Muskegon County needs on their circuit court bench. I'm asking you to vote for me, Brenda Sprader, on November 4th to be your next circuit court judge.
Paid for by the committee to elect Brenda Sprader for Circuit Court Judge.
I wanted to mention something, not out of conceit, but I do have a Bachelor of Science degree in something called environmental design. That's a combination of architecture and landscape architecture. And here's how I've used it. I'm standing looking out over there, and I've got Muskegon Lake and the breezes off those two lakes, Lake Michigan and Muskegon Lake, coming right through my yard every day. And I planted a few things for windbreaks, but I've also created a situation where There are no trees in straight lines, which is a bad idea. There are several trees clustered for various textures and colors. And the big maple behind me next to the pond was one of the trees that was here when we arrived 16 years ago. And of course we kept it. And there's two smaller trees right beyond the pond that we've kept. Those are cherry trees. And we have white pines and a tamarack pine. The tamarack is the only one that sheds its needles in the winter. It looks like it's dead, in fact. But we wanted to create an ambiance, a lowered spot that was private, visually private. When I'm standing here looking right over there at 9th Street, I cannot see the sidewalk, the curb, or the road. And of course, over there is the woods, and we have West Muskegon Avenue, so I put a berm, a raised long mound between West Muskegon and this low spot where I put in the pond. I'm trying to cut the noise, and I'm trying to gain a very intimate, comfortable, evening-type summer paradise. I think I've accomplished what I intended to accomplish. I wanted to tell you about the inspiration for this pond. It's got a shape to it. The shape, the inspiration, is that of a grand piano. It's about music, and you can hear the water. That's nature's music. And if you look around the edges here, you'll see all these blocks. Those are like the white keys. The dock and the deck, that's like the black keys. The end over here is the drum section, okay? But it's essentially about music, nature's music, and of course it does dampen some of the noise from the street. And it's very useful. And we love the water. We love the rocks. Let me mention once again where I'm at. I'm at the entrance to downtown Muskegon. It's Nelson neighborhood. There's a sign across the street, and it says so. Behind me, we have some more vegetation, courtesy of the birds. Yellow and white flowers, they're daisies of some sort, but the tall green ones are lilies. They have yet to bloom. We have some that have bloomed. We don't know where these came from. It's sort of an automatic scene. And behind me, the magenta purple things, I believe most people would consider those a weed. I don't know what they're called because I've not gotten too far into botany, biology, or dendrology. To me, it's about design. Design is relationships between the world, the people, the automobiles, and the circumstances we surround ourselves with. What my wife and I have done here is we've created our little paradise. And we know that we're highly visible. We see people turning their heads every day, surprised and pleased, no doubt, to see this entrance to the western side of the downtown Nelson neighborhoods. We've also had hundreds of people visit, unannounced, unexpected, with a sense of gratitude as to what we've done on this property. We did do it for us, for ourselves. We did it for the people going by. More than 1,000 every day. And if we would count the heads that were turning, it might be 30, 40, 50 people do a real head turn, surprised to see this at the edge of the neighborhood. I wanted to point out something that's very interesting to me. Almost 60 people came out. The last person left at 4:45. I believe that was after the ticket taker left. And I want to thank all the other people who were on this tour and who shared their yards. There's one thing very interesting about a yard like this and the other ones. It does make conversation. And when you have this kind of space, as you do in the open woods, what you find so frequently and so wonderful is complete strangers say hello to each other. And they talk to each other. And all the barriers between the people that don't know each other are broken. They're dissolved and they're gone. And that needs to be the intention of the leadership in downtown Muskegon and all around us.
Welcome to Love Community Garden. I'm Art Fogg. Come on in. What you're looking at here are the raised beds. These are all individually planted and owned and tended to by people in the neighborhood. We grow everything from peppers to green beans to radishes, potatoes. We even have some sunflowers starting over here. When this has been here about 10 years, and we started originally in the ground, and then we went to raised beds. We had 38 raised beds originally and about 26 farmers. if you want to call them farmers or gardeners. And it's changed over the years. And then through the good graces of the Lions and the Community Foundation, we acquired the hoop house. And that's everything in the hoop house is community planting, as are these beds over here. In the early days when we were first pondering how we were going to water this, we talked with the church and we put up a gutter to collect rainwater off the side of the church. Goes down a downspout into the ground and over to some storage tanks, so we have a supply of rainwater. That system was designed by Paul Veldkamp, and it's worked for years. Later on, we acquired a pump, and we have a generator, and solar panels were totally off-grid. But on the days when we aren't operating the pump, like early in the morning, where we don't want to disturb the neighbors with the sound of the generator that powers the pump, we can use the rainwater we've collected.
Hello, my name is Brian Clancy, and welcome to the hoop house of the Love Community Garden. This part is the part that we basically describe as a farm. What we do here is we grow a lot of the vegetables and stuff in here that we can start earlier in the year. So we can start around February or January in some cases. This February and January was kind of rough, but normally we can start. It extends the growing season at least 10 months of the year. So, but right here, while we're right here, I just wanted to let you guys see how self-sustaining we are. This is one of the reservoirs for our rainwater and also our well. We also have solar panels that's connected to the fan that keeps us nice and warmer in the winter. So this apparatus is all connected to a solar panel, keeps us off the grid. This system was put together by Alan. Alan is one of our founding members, and he did a heck of a job. The pump, and the water pump, and the well, and the rainwater system was done by Paul Vanderkamp, and that's how we keep costs low, because we keep reusing what God gives us. All right, everything that we're growing here is not edible, but it has a purpose. All right, this is a Dusty Miller. We actually take pieces of this and throw it into other beds, which you'll see, to make sure that it keeps the insects off. This is our tomatillo plant. We grow wide ethnic plants in here, but here's our tomatillas. We have banana peppers. We keep it diverse. On this side, we have a trellis, so we can grow our cucumbers vertically. Kale, tomatoes, all inside of here. Another Dusty Miller. This right here is our shards. We have purple shards, yellow shards. The flavor's still the same, but gives it a little different colors in your salad or your meals. Now, what we have here is our lettuce family. We have our kale, which is that superhuman plant that everybody is talking about. We're growing Swiss chards, some more Swiss chards on both sides here. We also have eggplant in that back row back here. Not to mention our lettuces and our greens. Can't forget about our greens. I especially would like to thank Morning Bear. She's the brainchild behind this. She had the vision to see the whole hoop house and what it would bring to the community. And don't forget, Mondays is free pick day, so you can come on down and check us out. We'd love to have you.
This hoop house was a result of a collaborative effort and funding from a number of people, mainly the Kellogg Foundation, the Community Foundation, the Lions International. Jeff Hansen has been a supporter. Every year he supports the garden. Alan Steffens has been instrumental in hooking up our solar panels. This was a great effort, and we're hoping in the future that its intention, which was to provide jobs, or a job, will come to fruition. But until the city passes an ordinance legalizing urban farming, this remains just a hoop house garden. We are located in the Nelson neighborhood of Muskegon, just north of the Nelson School, right at the corner of 8th and Monroe. And we encourage people to come by and take a look at our garden. It's rather remarkable.
Hi, I'm Holly Hughes, running for state representative. Jobs are my #1 priority. I worked in the state legislature on a number of bills to help with jobs here in Muskegon County. I've also worked locally on the Veterans Job Fair. We started that 3 years ago and it continues today. Education is also my top priority. I worked hard on the Promise Zone legislation to make a difference for kids who want to go to college who can't afford it. I know that you and I both want a Muskegon County where our kids and grandkids can grow up and live. And in order to do that, we need jobs and a strong education. I'm Holly Hughes. Your vote is important to me. I ask for your support for state representative. Thank you.
Beginning as a lumber company in 1911, Fredericks Construction has been servicing the Muskegon area since 1969. Family owned and operated, they specialize in roofing, siding, windows, insulation, additions, doors, decks, and more. Located at 1940 Commerce Street in beautiful downtown Muskegon, their phone number is 231-722-3937. When you want quality workmanship, you want Fredericks Construction.
The Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired, also known as ABVI, has been serving residents of West Michigan since 1913. An important part of our mission is to advance the independence of people who are blind or visually impaired. We work with people who live with vision loss and teach them new ways. That's what we're all about, taking daily activities that you and I who are sighted take for granted and giving people with vision loss new ways to do those tasks so they can remain independent and live their lives with dignity.
Our phone number is 616-458-1187. That number again is 616-458-1187, or toll free 800-466-8084.
Whether you're a first-time jewelry browser looking for an extraordinary engagement ring, a couple celebrating your 60th anniversary, or you're just looking to treat yourself or mark an important event, Prothheim & Swanson Gemworks is proud to offer custom-made selections handcrafted in America. Silver, fine-colored gems, diamonds, and gold jewelry, as well as strands of lustrous quality pearls. From ring and watch appraisals to in-house jewelry design and repair, ring sizing, remounting, to a complete rebuilding, you can rely on them to keep your old favorites looking new. K&S Gemworks, Muskegon's community jeweler. Memories made one at a time.
Living healthy is more than just counting carbs and exercising, it's a lifestyle choice. Embrace sound, natural alternatives, cultivate and sustain a better way to healthy living. The Health Hut offers a wide selection of vitamins, minerals, herbs, medicinal mushrooms, women's and men's supplements, as well as a vast array of skincare and beauty products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is always on hand to help you choose the products that best suit your individual needs. The Health Hut. We have your good health in mind.